Hello, hello! Lillian's here. We've for once timed up everything well. I feel like for both of us, we tend to stream at times where like the other one's like asleep or something. Hello, hello! Yeah, no bug snacks today because since I had to worry about the wind and also I had to start late because of that and everything. Why is Chad all, like, stupid looking? Let me fix you guys. But, yeah, I didn't want to, like, have to rush through bug snacks or anything. And so I was like, let's do this instead. Because I was thinking about doing this anyway. This sounded fun. And then the direct happened and gave me even more to talk about. So that's great and cool. So yeah. No bug snacks because I wanted to be able to spend way more time playing bug snacks. And today's just gonna be a chill, cool day. Your room looks lovely, as does your lovely co-host there. You look okay, I guess. Thank you. Critter made the background, isn't that fun? So what did you guys all think about the direct yesterday, if you saw it? I thought it was fine. Honestly, after seeing everyone talk about it, I definitely see a personal touch, yeah. My favorite personal touch is the lumpy, table. Cause why use a straight edge tool? Yeah, the direct, I thought it was a lot of fun. The GBA was the best part. I think I agree. Yeah, after, everyone was talking about it, everyone was like, yo, the direct though, yeah, like when it was kind of like happening, because I was streaming yesterday. And so I expected something humongous, and generally, I think it was just like, fine. Like nothing huge happened, I guess. Let's kind of go down the line of things. It started with Pikmin 4, and I'm so happy for Pikmin fans. I do not care about Pikmin. I've never played a Pikmin game, and I have no intention of playing a Pikmin game at all. So neat, but it doesn't affect me. I think everyone was hyped about Metroid Prime. Ooh, Metroid Prime is another thing. Friendship ended with Twiins. Fire Emblem got you excited because the character from the mobile game. Yo, that was the coolest thing. I will say. Look, I'm gonna be all over the place talking about this direct. So yeah, Pikmin. I don't care. Fire Emblem. So I really like Engage. Playing Engage, I think it's like it's already surpassed Fates in terms of my favorites list, and it might even surpass Three Houses, depending on how the story gets down. But so I've been really enjoying Engage, and so I'm excited for the DLC. I'm not gonna get it right off the bat. But yeah, I'm really excited for the mobile game character. Victoria? Was that her name again? I can't. Because I think interacting with the mobile game characters is great. They're a lot of fun. I have a low-key crush on Alphonse. Was that his name? The, like, default boy from the mobile game. And I think interacting with them would be really cool. It'd be a lot of fun. So the direct was also pretty all over the place, yeah. Fire Emblem Engage stuff looked cool, looked cute and interesting. Twiins doesn't remember his name, just that he was hot. Look up his bunny outfit. You'll understand. If you look that up, you will see Veronica, Alphonse. Thank you. Something about Engage makes Three Houses feel almost like not actually a Fire Emblem game. Oh yeah, Tron's got a game, which is great for Tron fans. It's not one I'm excited about, but it looked good, so that's great. That's great for them. Oh my!
Yes, you will get the DLC. DLC.
Lily, what a sweetie Petey. Thank you so much. I guess I have no excuse. I'll get the DLC. I'll get it right now. Well, not right now. I'll get it after stream. Oh no, looks like I have to play video games after stream instead of do real work. Golly. Oh. Dang. Hello. Welcome, Pokemon Master. I noticed that you followed me, like, right before stream. So howdy. I saw you. Did you ever get those dishes done? I did, thank the Lord. The kitchen was starting to, like, have a smell to it. That was the thing. That's why I was like, I really need to get those dishes done. Because otherwise I would have just waited for the weekend. But, I think it was the nachos. Unfortunately, you have to wait till April, March for his bunny outfit to return. I know, right? What a shame. That's alright. I can download PNGs and make it my desktop. Yeah, but yeah, Three Houses does kind of feel like not actually a Fire Emblem game, which is weird. And I think it's because they added so many things, but also got rid of so many things. Engage kind of feels more like a return to form, in a way. I think having just one army and one path is the great. Listen, it was cute in Fates, where you got to pick your Pokemon. You know, pick your Pokemon version. Do you want to be, you know, Japan or Europe? Vincent, don't you dare be misbehaving over there. Don't hurt yourself. And then Three Houses did it too, and it was like, can we just have one story? And I think that's the big thing that really helps Engage over Three Houses. You're not stuck in there. He's in my laundry hamper, Vincent. My favorites from the mobile game are the flower butterflies. Yo! They were really cool. I kind of fell off after the death arc, but yeah, they're all really fun. The Fire Emblem mobile game is pretty good for being like a mobile game. Two genders, Japan and vaguely Germanic. Think you'll do a Fire Emblem gameplay some stream? I'm not wholly opposed to it. I don't know how good. I don't know if I'd do a full playthrough. I think it's a lot of like reading and stuff that goes into Fire Emblem. I don't know how interesting that would be on stream. But I'm not opposed to it, because I do think it's a fun game. So I'll figure out a way to do it. I'll figure it out. Yes. I like that they're putting the Pokemon TCG on Game Boy Advance, but I wish they'd actually put Pokemon on there. Yeah! So, we'll talk about the Game Boy stuff next. So, what did level 5 do again, Pokemon Master? Cause I can never remember. But yeah, the Game Boy stuff. So that was interesting. I think it's really fun and interesting. Layton, thank you. Yeah, that's exciting. I'm excited for Professor Layton fans. I haven't played any of the Professor Layton games, but they seem fun. I'm not opposed to playing them. The Game Boy stuff. So that was cool, really interesting. But yeah, Messiah, I'm so with you. I'm blown away that you're gonna add the mobile game as your, like, the handheld stuff onto your Switch, and you don't include the thing that made the handheld so important. You're not gonna have any Pokemon games, not even like I guess they got the trading card one, but it's like, you don't even have like Pokemon Pinball? It's just whack. Oh, they did do Ni no Kuni! Ni no Kuni was good. I like Ni no Kuni a lot. That was a top tier game right there. But yeah, for the whole Game Boy section, and the Game Boy Advance section, I was kind of waiting for, like, the other shoe to drop. For it to be the, like, and here's the big thing. You know, kind of like when they did the N64 one, it was like, and you can right now play Mario, Zelda Ocarina of Time, and Banjo. And it was like, looks like I'm spending money today. And it just felt like that their starting library for the Game Boy and Game Boy Advance stuff was like, kind of weak. A little limp. I was just expecting some big thing to be like, oh, okay, that's the thing, but it's just kind of a mid-gallery to kind of start everyone out on. But it's an exciting prospect. I'm sure Pokemon will eventually make their way on there. Being able to play Mario Kart together was the biggest highlight. Yeah, I think, yeah. That one seems to be the big one. Kirby is fun. I've played through that Kirby game before. Yeah, I was just surprised that they just had such low ball starters for the Game Boy and stuff. Other things. Oh, so I think they included it, all Zelda handheld games, or at least announced them. Oh, you know, Minish Cap. Yeah, they did have Minish Cap and, Link's Awakening. So I guess that's what they're treating as the heavy hitters, but I don't know, man. A little weak. But that's just my opinion, I guess. Minish Cap would be cool to play. It's one I haven't played, but it seems delightful, and everyone seems to like it. So I'd be super down with playing through Minish Cap. It's just, I don't know, it doesn't feel like... I mean, I've already got it, actually. I was gonna say, it doesn't feel like enough to warrant me getting the online thing. I've already got the online thing, though, so it doesn't... I don't... I can. Oh yeah, and Oracle games are on their way. That's big, too. That's really exciting. So that's good. So I don't care about Danganronpa, but they've got that new game coming out that's not Danganronpa, but it's like by the same people. It's got the same art style, the like solving crimes, and you're running around Tokyo with Shinigami. That game that had a trailer, and I think it looks cool. I like the visuals, but nothing about, like, the gameplay or story has gripped me. Are you interested in the Bayonetta Origins game? I am, yeah. I've mentioned before that I'd like to play Bayonetta. I don't own any of them. Allison owns all of them. I could just go over and borrow her copy, but I'm playing through Fire Emblem Engage right now, so whatever. But I was like, it'd be funny if my first Bayonetta game was this, like... was this prequel thing. But yeah, it looked really cute. I'm a sucker for that kind of aesthetic and everything. So Bayonetta is one that was a highlight for me. Have you talked about Tears of the Kingdom yet? I have not. Don't worry, we're still talking about the Direct. So we'll get to the red lines and stuff in a little bit. Don't worry. That would be pretty cool. Exactly. Play the Bayo games in chronological order. What a concept, huh? So yeah, Bayo seemed exciting. Octopath Traveler, I don't care for. Allison seems excited for it. I hate the way Octopath Traveler looks. I hate how, like... the 2D sprites are, like, stood up on a 3D world, and, like, they cast shadows. It just makes them look like paper. It's a personal thing. I don't like how Octopath looks, but that's my problem. Having to finish the first Octopath Traveler. Allison played through it. I don't think she finished it either, but, yeah, I don't know. The story seemed a little mid. I'm so excited, Ben Kaitos, old GameCube RPGs getting put on the Switch. Oh, that was one of the ones that I was like, neat, but I hadn't heard of it before, so I didn't really care. But that's exciting. That's exciting for you. Let's see, what else was in the, oh my gosh, Splatoon. We gotta talk about Splatoon. Okay. Fucking, so, the second wave of the expansion pack, the thing that seems to be, like, a side story about... I think it's gonna be about Marina. I think you're gonna play as Marina, and it's gonna be her story, kind of, like, leaving the Octolings and, like, meeting Pearl. That's what I think. That seems great. Seems neat, cool, great. Cool. The other thing, the first wave, Inkopolis, coming to the game. I am... blown away that they have the balls to charge money for that. Like, spend money on just another hub world where you get to listen to the ancient crones of the Calamari sisters singing their songs or whatever during Splatfests. Honestly, Splatoon 3 has been a bit of a disappointment for me. I liked it a lot, but like, it just felt like they weren't innovating enough. Like, they added Splatfests have 3 teams now, but the rest of the game it's like, wow, it's Splatoon again, the fans are very dedicated. I'm sure that they're doing great. But I don't know, I think Inkopolis should have been free. You know, if anything. Because it adds nothing. I don't want to spend money for another hub world. Perhaps not helped by the fact I didn't play the first game, so I have no emotional attachment to Inkopolis. But yeah, that's just astounded. The big thing that hurt Splatoon 3 for me is they're online. I wanted to play the game so much, but fuck, I just never could. More often than not, I just couldn't get into a game. And it was like connection lost, and it was like, oh, I want to just, oh, let me play, please. And that's why I fell off Splatoon 3 quicker than I did Splatoon 2. Just, I couldn't ever get to play, and it sucks, because I do like Splatoon a lot. So yeah, Twiins has been good all year, let her play, exactly. I've been behaving, I deserve it. So yeah, that was exciting, I guess, exciting for Splatoon fans. The second part does seem really cool, that seems worthwhile, so, you know, it's not all bad. There's a baseball game that is coming to the Switch. They had that near the end of the Direct. And that seems fun. Genuinely, I think that's the highlight for me, was that little baseball game. It's because you gotta make your own characters. You gotta make your own characters to play the baseball. And fuck, I wanna do that. Looks like they valued the new hub area at about $5. No, that's not too bad then, you know? Because I was expecting it to be the usual sort of DLC pricing. So it's not the worst thing on earth. I still think it should have been free, but what are you gonna do? $5 isn't the end of the world. Are you a fashion dreamer? Oh my gosh, the fashion dreamer game. Hang on, let me get some water. So, I think that game looked pretty. I like fashion. You all know how much I like outfits and stuff. But I'm like, what's the game? Is it just a dress-up game? Are you just playing dress-up? What's the game? Is there gameplay? Is it just choosing an outfit, then running around a hub world? And then hitting like on other people's posts? Yeah, that's the thing. It depends on the price. But, howdy. But yeah, the fashion dreamer thing seemed cute and it looked nice. But I was just like, is this it? Choose an outfit, then save the perfect accompanying bag and shoes for DLC. Yeah. It's a me channel with an Instagram aesthetic. That's what I'm saying, right? Like, I think it really hinges on the price. If they expect you to pay $40 or more on that, then they're a lost cause. Who did the fashion game as well? I feel like it was the same people who did Rune Factory 5, and I'm surprised at the discrepancy between the visuals, because Rune Factory 5 is a game I really liked, though I didn't finish it. Your internet's being a brat right now. My internet's not being great either. So, hi! We'll just hold hands in the doom of the internet. What you talking about? We're talking about the Direct, talking about the fashion game, and how expensive it shouldn't be. I don't know what the price will end up being, and how I think it was made by the people who did Rune Factory 5. And how Rune Factory 5, yeah, marvelous. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Rune Factory, isn't it? Because Rune Factory looks, kind of bad. Like, the artwork is pretty. I always like Rune Factory, artwork. But, like, the gameplay, like, the models, is like, ew. It's got, like, really heinous pop-in. And, like, listen, I went online to defend Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and I'm like, we start chugging in places to a degree that's not awesome. Yeah, it's Marvelous. Well, at least Marvelous figured out how to make pretty looking models, so that's good. But yeah, I'm excited to hear more about the fashion game, cause, I don't know, it intrigues me. Cause I got a passion for fashion. Didn't Rune Factory start as a spin-off of the Harvest? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. It's effectively just Harvest Moon, plus sometimes you run around and fight monsters. But, so, I really like Rune Factory. I like it more than Harvest Moon, I think. Well, definitely more than Harvest Moon. Cause Harvest Moon stagnated, and then the main team branched off. But they, like, took the copyright for everything, and that is what Story of Seasons is. So Story of Seasons is what we really mean now, if we talk about Harvest Moon, but the original company still has the rights to Harvest Moon, so they'll still make Harvest Moon games, and they're shitty and bad, but Story of Seasons is happening, and that's actually good Harvest Moon, but Harvest Moon never really looks all that good. That's something I said that to Allison the other day, is Twiins will teach us the art of the dress. I absolutely will. Is that I want a fucking Harvest Moon or Rune Factory game. So, Fire Emblem Engage. Follow me. This is a one line of train. One train of thought. Fire Emblem Engage, you can run around in areas a little bit. You have like a main hub area where you can run around and talk to your friends and go to the shops. Cool, great. And it looks really pretty. And I want Harvest Moon and Rune Factory games to look like that. I am tired of Harvest Moon and Story of Seasons and Rune Factory having, like, these chibi, simplistic art styles. Listen, those are delightful as well, but I want, like, realistic-ass visuals. I want my Harvest Moon and my Rune Factory to look like fucking Final Fantasy XIV. I want textures, I want real proportions, and I want beautiful skyboxes. So, there we go. That's what we all gotta just keep saying that. Keep saying it, and hopefully Nintendo will listen. and make it happen. What's annoying is fucking, who is it that makes Final Fantasy? That's embarrassing. I feel like I should know. They're making that team, like, they're making like a farm game. Squeenix, thank you. Yeah, Squeenix is making like a farm game, like, and I think it's coming out this year. And I mentioned this yesterday, that it's got like shit tier bachelors. Like, the girls are all cute, the bachelorettes, you know, they're cute enough and everything. But fucking, the boys all look so stupid and bad. You think it's out? Oh, well, that's good. And the boys look all so stupid and bad. And I'm like, please. This is the reason why I haven't played Stardew Valley. Despite everybody on planet Earth telling me that Stardew Valley, you know, cured their acne and watered their crops and fixed all the bad in their life because it's such a good and fun game, and it does look good and fun, but the husbands all suck, and I just fucking please. Please. Give me husbands. Make them interesting. Make them cool. This is so doable. Did I tell Twiins to play Stardew Valley? A couple of people have, and I get it. It seems great, but the husbands all just suck, and so, what's the point? So mad that Genshin Impact and Demon Slayer are still the only things that understand the male-attracted folks. Exactly. Fire Emblem Engage has some pretty top-tier husbando designs as well, so thank goodness that people are starting to learn, but we're learning too slow, man. All the girls suck in Stardew. They at least look interesting. They at least look different. It's not just boy with short hair, different shade. Boy with short hair, this one's blonde. They're just all the same. Like, there's no variety. I don't know. There's just nothing. It's like 4 just a guy and then 1 pretty boy. And And it's just so fucking basic and generic and lame. At least if the easiest solution, if you don't know what else to do, is just have variety. Okay, we got 5 boys. Let's make them all really different looking. And there you go. You'll win somehow. But why can't we get more Tengans? Exactly. Tengans and Rengokus. I'm not hard to please. just something, man. What else happened in the Direct? I think that was kind of it. Oh yeah, there was no more Smash DLC stuff. Makes sense. Oh, fucking Mario Kart. Oh my gosh. Twiins is just saying she wants 1 Cloud, 1 Vincent, 1 Bear, 1 Sid, 1 Red 13. Except, you know, switch out one of those guys. Make him Red. Get rid of Red and replace that with Zach Fair, and we'll be alright. Oh, Etrian Odyssey Collection is cool. I played the demo for one of those. And it's got cute art. I think it's pretty slow. Maybe I was just slow. I think the topography half of the game is really cute and stuff. But I remember not being super excited with the gameplay for Etrian Odyssey. But I think the artwork's really cute, so that's super fun. I talked a little bit about Bayonetta, yeah, how it looks cute. I like the art style a lot. I'm a sucker for that aesthetic. So, I'd be totally down with playing Bayonetta at some point. Just trying to reach a wider audience by giving the ladies a distinguished Catman. It's fair. I imagined just actually like the animal. Not like make him a cat boy. But if we make him a cat boy, then yeah, Red 13 can stay and we can get rid of Cloud. So yeah, Etrian Odyssey is cool. Oh, I'm complaining about Mario Kart. Okay, I'm so done with Mario Kart 8. And I've mentioned this on stream before, too. It's just fucking boring. It's boring as sin. I'm so tired of this game still existing. I want a new Mario Kart. I don't want to play 8. Again. It's been like 10 years of Mario Kart 8 existing. The Switch hasn't gotten its own Mario Kart game. 8 was made for the Wii U, and then it just got transferred over to the Switch, and it is taking forever. Yeah, exactly. The DLC, and I think this was the last wave of DLC. I might be wrong though, but shit, we introduced Birdo. Great! How about you introduce Birdo into a new game? A new game that isn't 85% just reused tracks. And the gimmick, also, the like, we go on the wall sometimes gimmick is fucking mid. It's boring and bad and dumb and stupid. There are 4 more. Okay, I thought we were halfway through, but I also felt like the guy said that this was the last one. Maybe he said latest and I just wasn't paying enough attention. But yeah, I'm so sick of Mario Kart 8. At this rate, we're gonna get a whole new Nintendo console before we get a new Mario Kart. Isn't Mario Kart 8 like the bestseller on the Switch? Oh, probably. It's because normies play Mario Kart. You know? You could be a filthy casual and still enjoy Mario Kart. And still enjoy Mario Kart. But, yeah, it's just, I'm just done with it. I've been done with it. They wanted you to play Mario Kart Mobile. I downloaded that. I played 2 races and then I immediately deleted it. It was so fucking boring. It just made me go, wish I was just playing a real Mario Kart game. I feel like the Switch is on its last legs, so they're probably saving a lot of content is being saved for the Switch U. Hopefully they don't call it that. Yeah, I mean, the Switch has been around for like 8 years now. 8 or 7 years? Same way with Wii Sports was also a top seller. Yeah, I can't believe Wii Switch Sports is so mid. I think that level of quality would have been fine if it was kind of like Wii Sports, like a packaged-in deal, like if it came with the console, or was at least one of the starting, you know, games on the console. But now, this deep into the console's life, Nah, man, this sucks. 6 years. Wow. It's been a long ass time. Long ass. It's also that's been as also how long it's taken for Breath of the Wild 2 to happen. Cause like, I mean, they are doubling the amount of tracks by the time they are done with the expansion. Yeah, but I'm bored. I'm bored. I want a new game. I don't know if they are making a new game just yet, since they... I don't know. It feels like they haven't done anything with the Switch. But, which is about par for new Zeldas at present. Yeah, it does take a while for Zeldas to come out. That's the thing. I've mentioned this before as well. That I'm kind of done with being in this Hyrule, with this Link and this Zelda. You know, it's disappointing that it has taken this long for Tears of the Kingdom to come out, being a direct sequel, just because I really am more excited at the idea of a new Zelda game, a new story, a new Hyrule, you know, but, what are you gonna do? The rumblings of Switch 2 are starting up? Well, maybe that'll come with the Zelda game coming out a little quicker. Twilight Princess in 2006 and Skyward Sword in 2011, Breath of the Wild in 2017. Well, hopefully Switch 2, I genuinely hope they keep the Joy-Con idea. Honestly, if they just make the Switch again, but like, maybe a little bit bigger, like a tiny bit bigger, and just more powerful, because the portability of the Switch is amazing. That is something, that's like, if they got rid of that, that'd be like getting rid of the fucking analog stick at this point. I think it, is so smart having the Switch operate like that. It just needs more power. It's just the engine behind the, you know, under the hood is kind of weak. Tears of the Kingdom honestly just looks like Breath of the Wild DLC. I mean, it started as DLC, but then they just kept adding more and more and more to it, and then they were like, I mean, we could just make a whole nother game. So, it's a direct sequel. Kind of like, yeah, think about, it's one of the only few that's done this, is that, Link, you know, so Zelda 2, and then, Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. I think those are the only couple that have had direct sequels, next to Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. Isn't that just the Switch OLED? No, the Switch OLED, it's like, not really enough. It's still a Switch. It's like saying the 3DS and new 3DS are different systems. So it's like, Do you have any thoughts on Xenoblade 3? No. Haven't played any of the Xenoblade games. I don't care about any of the Xenoblade games. I'm excited for Xenoblade fans. Like, they seem like fine. They're just not for me. Hyrule Warriors 2 might have been a bit too much in concert. Oh yeah, that as well. It just has been. We've just been in this Hyrule a lot. I hear everyone talking about the tiny controllers, and all I can do is laugh in my tiny lady hands. Yeah, Majora, they cranked out in only a year. But also, I mean, things were different back then. It was the past. It was like 1999. It was the Wild West of game quality. Oh, I think Messiah has mentioned Metroid Prime a couple times now, and I want to mention that while I'm not like a huge Metroid fan, this is great. I think it's cool having Metroid Prime remastered, available on the Switch. Everyone seems to like Prime, so that's cool. Right, Wind Waker and Phantom Hourglass. I thought there was one that I was forgetting. But yeah, I'm more excited at the concept of them making a new Metroid Prime game, but having this is pretty cool. But what about Twilight Princess and Link's crossbow training? Yeah, I'm gonna call that a spin-off as a technicality. I prefer the Pro Controller, just a cross-eyed Xbox controller. Yeah, I think you've said it twice, Messiah. That counts as a couple. But yeah, Zelda, I mean, I'm excited for it. I think these trailers aren't helping. Gotta be honest. Like, the first trailer, like, to put it into perspective, the first trailer for Tears of the Kingdom happened in the same Nintendo Direct where they announced Banjo and Kazooie getting added to Smash Bros. During the first DLC pack. That was a long, that was before COVID. It was a long ass time ago. and that was when we got our first Tears of the Kingdom trailer. And I think having it take so long, and also, all these trailers have been such little teasers, and I get it. They don't want to, like, spoil whatever their story is. That's fine. And, they don't really need to advertise it. They could have just said, hey, Tears of the Kingdom is happening on date, and people would go buy it, even with no visuals. You know? I was way more hyped for Banjo. It made me cry. But having all these teeny weeny little teasers and, like, just sprinkling them in all these times, but without really showing us anything new, I feel like it's not helped. Like, this last trailer, I can only call this, truly, the final trailer, for Tears of the Kingdom. You know, there's, if they do anything else, it'll be kind of just putting them all together, I think. And even this time, we didn't really get anything new. We saw, of course, you know, some new things, some new enemies, and I think we've got a new ability with our Sheikah Slate, but in general, it's just the same stuff. I get it. Link's got an arm. We know. We've seen it. If they had... Hearing Ganondorf, I think, was very cool. It's double cool that I think he's Matthew Mercer. He's voiced by Matthew Mercer, who, it's hilarious because if you're like me, then one of the things you know that Matthew Mercer has done was way back in the day, before he was a professional voice actor, before he was Chrom, before he was Critical Role Dungeon Master, Matthew Mercer and his friends made a web series called There Will Be Brawl, where where it was like a dramatic retelling of Smash Bros. Brawl, and in that he played Ganondorf. It's like, it's a full circle. Ka is a wheel. So, yeah, we're all pretty sure it's Mercer. I don't think anything's been outright confirmed, but Allison and I, we interact with Critical Role a lot, and because of that, we are very attuned to all of Mercer's different voices. So that's exciting. It's real. And the second Ganondorf started talking, I was like, that sounds familiar. And Allison was like, that was Mercer. And I was like, oh, yeah, you're right. He will always be Kanji to you. Kanji? Kanji in what? Oh! Yeah, he was Kanji, wasn't he? In Persona. That was fun. Troy Baker was Kanji for, like, half of it, and then Mercer was Kanji for the other half of the anime. They sound super similar. So, it's like making a delicious meal, and then you lick the spoon so many times that you spoil your appetite. Exactly. It's like, at this point, please just... I wish we had seen rehydrated Ganon. I don't think rehydrated Ganon is gonna, like, join the team like how we all kind of want. But I do think Ganon is gonna get rehydrated. I don't think he's gonna stay all skeletal and stuff, like how we've seen a couple times in these trailers. I think that would have been enough to really have made this final trailer be, like, something. As it is, hearing Ganondorf, you know, that was cool, but visually, it still feels like we're just, you know, floating with the same handful of information we've had since fucking 4 years ago, or however long it's been since we first got that first trailer. So that's my thoughts on Tears of the Kingdom, but hey, since we're talking about the trailers and stuff, how about we skiddly bebop on over to another screen and talk about my theories for Zelda. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready for the red string connecting dots and stuff? I am. Looks like he might at least partially rehydrate off Link's arm. Yeah, I think also the trailer did quite a bit to hint at Zelda really getting to play a role. So that's good. That's good and cool. We may get to play as Zelda. I don't know. But, let's see. Yeah, I did make a presentation. I got everything ready. because I wanted to be able to try to present my argument thoughtfully. Okay, so here are my theories for Breath of the Wild and in turn Tears of the Kingdom. So, step 1. The Calamity. We all know that the big problem with that Link is facing in Breath of the Wild is the Calamity. Calamity Ganon is the problem. He is the big thing Link has to deal with and save the day. And this is striking, isn't it? Ganon has never looked quite like this before. A humongous cloud of malice and just the vague shape of a boar, all stemming from the monstrous form that you actually fight during the final boss. So, what's up with Calamity Ganon? Why is he like that? Well, let's look to the timeline, which, of course, I think we all know, separates with Ocarina of Time, where we have the multiple timelines where Ganondorf is sealed, and then there's the Child Era, and Link losing. Will this be a video? Maybe. Are those stink lines? Yes. So what I think, step 1, Link and Zelda fucked up. Ocarina of Time, Link and Zelda are just kids. Boy golly, they're trying, but they are at most 17. And they fucked up right here, where the timeline separates. And the way they fucked up is that I think Ganondorf was able to become so strong and become a calamity because with this split timeline, since Zelda chose to send Link back and created this split in the timeline, the Ganon across all of the games has all collected their own power. Because this line separates, as we can see, this line here separates the timeline as we know it from the rest of Breath of the Wild. Why isn't Breath of the Wild in this timeline? Nintendo has told us, actually, that it is after the timeline. Breath of the Wild is on the, I think on the English website, they just say it takes place after the timeline, at least i.e. at the end of it. On the Japanese website, they allude to it being kind of like a different timeline. But they are connected. They're still Zelda. And so what I think happened is we're in a new world. This Link here and the Zelda that he's saving have no relationship to any of these other Links and Zeldas. They are not, our Zelda is not descendant from Hylia like how Skyward Sword Zelda established for all the Zeldas to follow. This Link does not have, he's not in any way related to the other Links. I think this is, in essence, its own starting point of Zeldas and Links. And what happened is a convergence, that all the timelines came together to create this new timeline that is Breath of the Wild. And why do I think that? It's because Breath of the Wild has so many landmarks in it from the multiple different timelines. It has Ocarina of Time's Lon Lon Ranch. It has references to Wind Waker via, and Phantom Hourglass via the names of islands. A fucking outset can be found, and that's in one timeline, but then you can also find, locations from Twilight Princess, which is a completely different timeline. All the timelines seem to connect. There are references to all 3 different timelines across all of Breath of the Wild. And that doesn't make sense. Okay, where does it go in the time? All of them. It is connected to all of them. It's its whole new timeline. And so, how that happened, I think, is Ganon. I think Calamity Ganon became a calamity because all the Ganons from all of these games came together. And that's why he's so powerful. That's why he's like this. It's because he's a calamity. Because he's all the Ganondorfs and all the Ganons across all the timelines coming together to accost Hyrule. So that's step 1 of theory. Breath of the Wild is a whole new timeline, and Ganon is a calamity because of that timeline convergence. So that's step 1. Okay. Now comes step 2. Step 2 still includes Ganondorf, but we're going to be talking about dehydrated Ganondorf, as we've seen in the trailers for Tears of the Kingdom. So, Twiins, if this is a convergence of all the Ganons, then what is this? That's still Ganondorf. This is still Mr. Dorf, King of the Gerudo. But he is disconnected from the calamity. And here's why. This game's Ganondorf. The one that originated in Breath of the Wild. He is unrelated to the other Ganondorfs. And let me say, ooh, here, this is where it starts to get interesting. So, this Ganon is different from the other dwarfs, and here's how. Here's why. First, Mr. Dorf. Urbosa has a line. Urbosa is, the lady, the Gerudo lady who handles the camel. She has a line. When you finish her dungeon, she says, while she starts to aim her laser at Calamity Ganon, she says that, they say that in a previous lifetime, you were a Gerudo. This implies that this Ganondorf is different from this one. You used to be a Gerudo, but you're not anymore. This means that this actually isn't a Gerudo Ganondorf. Here's the big thing, everyone always talks about the fucking... Oh, what's it called? The Lost Tribe, the Zonai. Oh, the Zonai! Ganondorf in this timeline is not a Gerudo, otherwise Urbosa wouldn't have said that. She'd have known that Ganon was a Gerudo, not you used to be one in a different lifetime. Ganon is a member of the Zonai, a warrior race who is currently missing in the Breath of the Wild universe. However, they have a lot of connections to Ganon's monsters with similar sort of war paint across them. And also because the Zonai have a connection with power. A lot of the armor that you can get that are Zonai related has allusions to power. Wearing this makes you stronger. I think it actively does increase your attack. Power and Zonai are connected. Ganondorf is Zonai in this game. Okay, that's step 1. Hang on, I need water. Step 2. Okay, let's talk about 1,000 years ago. 1,000 years ago, the story goes that the princess and the hero stopped the first calamity. This isn't the first time the calamity tried to happen. But the princess and the hero set about stopping the calamity, and they succeeded that time. It's why our Zelda is so kind of caught up in her problems. Because she has to uphold this sort of, legacy. The previous princess was able to save the day, and now she needs to do her best to try to, get her powers happening, to harness the power of the Triforce, and do it herself. That's her whole story throughout the adventure. Cool. Great. That was 1,000 years ago, and there's clear they're clearly connected, Zelda and this princess. Look, they look practically the same. Yellow hair, she's got the same dress on. Cool. This guy's interesting, though. This is our hero. Which, of course, Link is our hero. But this doesn't look like Link. This is a really large nose, and Link's always been, pretty... well endowed in the nose area, especially Ocarina of Time. Like, fuck, look at that schnoz up there. But this doesn't look a whole lot like Link. It's got the tunic, you know, and the cape, but this is an awful lot of long red hair. And Link's never had long red hair. But you know who does? Ganondorf? I think Ganondorf is that hero. I don't think the hero 1,000 years ago was Link. Link has never been ginger. There have been, in previous games, Zelda has been. Link has always been blonde. And clearly yellow was an option. Not only do they represent Zelda with yellow hair, but they've even got a little bit of yellow right here on representing his hand. Why couldn't they have made his hair yellow? 'Cause that's not Link. This, from second one, has always looked like Ganondorf. I think Ganondorf was the hero all those years ago, and I think this Ganondorf, I think they're the same guy. I think these are all connected, and that they stopped the calamity in the same way that they did in our timeline during gameplay, where Zelda traps herself alongside the calamity. That's the whole thing, is she stops the calamity by trapping the calamity with her. And I think that's what this Ganondorf did. I think this is the hero that stopped the first calamity by trapping himself with it, and that's why he's dehydrated. And I think it's Ganon, and it's a different Ganondorf from the one we all know that turned into the calamity. So that's my theory, my game theory. What do you guys think? Good? Bad? So is Link the bad guy? No, no, no. No, Link's not a bad guy. Link is just a guy. Kind of like Wind Waker Link. Wind Waker Link is not connected to our, like, the hero, like the Ocarina of Time hero. Wind Waker Link is most likely, actually connected to the, Minish Cap hero. But that's besides the point. Yeah, I think Link is just a guy, but he's not connected to this ancient hero. I think Link is just a fella who's also here to help save the day. 10 out of 10, pretty solid theory, thank you. I love the twist, I know, it's fun, right? Okay, but how did he turn evil? Was it from being exposed to the malice? So I don't think, I don't want to believe that this Ganon is evil. I don't think he's gonna join the party, but I think we need to save him. I don't think he's evil. However, I think yes. I think the malice that we can see here pretty clearly has taken its toll. I think given enough time, our Zelda would have kind of turned like that as well. I mean, you know, she also would have become all dehydrated and icky looking. But luckily we avoided that fate by saving the day. Doesn't Ganondorf talk about how he wants his horde to destroy Hyrule in the most recent trailer? Yes. Again, I think we need to save him. Save me. I think if anything he has turned evil. Via the malice. Quite frankly, what it could be is that this Ganondorf, that evil Ganondorf here, has taken over our Zonai Ganondorf. You see what I'm saying? That he's in control, kind of a thing. Still just a theory, you know, until the game comes out, that's all we can do. If this is true, then what if Link will have to absorb the calamity himself and be sealed away, just like Old Dwarf Hero? That's so interesting. That's a cool idea. Because we're really branching away from the norms with Breath of the Wild. I mean, fuck, look, Link's not even wearing green, you know? Like, we're not afraid to shake up the story now that we're dissected from the old timeline. So, a possibility. And then maybe in the next game, we'll just keep doing sequels, and then the next game, we play as Zelda or something. I don't know. He just said that because I'm out, yeah. How does the glowy hand play into this? I think Link loses a hand. I think Link, it's like Kaiji, I think loses a hand somehow, Um, the new hand is Sheikah material. I think Ganondorf will take his old hand, and I don't know. That's gonna play a whole role in it. I think we'll save him via the hand. Not a bad theory, since Breath of the Wild Link does not look like your standard stupid hat green tunic look, and I don't remember seeing Breath of the Wild Link's Triforce. Him just being a knight in over his head makes sense. Lend him your strength in the trailer. Could be Zelda talking to the actual hero to help some dude Link. Yeah, pretty sure Zelda has the full Triforce, and I think you can see that when she stops Ganondorf at the end of the game. I'm pretty sure Zelda has the whole thing, not just the Triforce of Wisdom. What have you missed? Everything, Excalibur. You can watch the VOD for the full breakdown, but in essence, I'm arguing that Breath of the Wild is disconnected from the rest of the timeline. However, it's also a convergence of all the Ganondorfs, and that also dehydrated Ganon is actually a good guy. Link plays Outlast and loses his hand. Exactly. We see him with a scarred hand at the end of the trailer. Oh yeah. We'll be able to hammer down all the details once the game actually comes out. This is truly the thing that keeps me the most excited about Tears of the Kingdom. The last dungeon will have a huge multi-part puzzle where you have to swap between Link, Zelda, and Ganon. Hell yeah, that'd be fucking rad! No, I mean, the hand was in his chest. Oh yeah, that hand. I think that was somebody else. It's been a while since I've watched that original trailer. Well, if you have a balanced heart, you can possess all three pieces. It's true, and I think our Zelda here absolutely has a balanced heart. Link gonna lose his hand like Luke versus Vader. It's just Ganon fucked it up in Ocarina of Time. Yeah, Ganon definitely didn't help. Getting banished to the Shadow Realm and everything. Oh yeah, and then yeah, he fucked up the Triforce in Ocarina as well. So yeah, isn't that fun? I'm gonna post this on Twitter without any any explanation. You know, it would be a lot easier to understand if Twitch didn't cut you off. I know Twitch is being poopy and stinky today. Que sera, and I kind of predicted that. It's why I chose to do this kind of stream rather than playing Bugsnax. I wanted to play Bugsnax at a time when I had more time, and also when the wind wasn't doing its best to tear the whole world apart. That's an interesting theory, but to be honest, I wouldn't want Ganondorf to be a good guy. Give me Undead Mummy Ganondorf instead, lol. I think the idea of him being tragically evil, like if it was, he used to be good, but now he's turned, I think that could be an interesting thing to roll with. Because previously Ganon has been, just, ha ha ha, I'm so evil. Did you finally, I did do the dishes, yeah, thank goodness. I did them all, like a responsible Goyle. Twiins is chaotic evil. But yeah, glad that I was able to kind of break this down. My very good, smart theory. I'm imagining this without context. I want a game where they swap pieces at Triforce. Yo, I think I've talked about Allison with that, like, too. I think that is a super fun idea. Like, Zelda gets the Triforce of Power, Ganon gets the Triforce of Courage, and then, like, Link gets Wisdom. I think that could be really cool. Twiins has gone mad. Also, Twitter, gone? So, yeah, there we go. That's, those are my outstanding thoughts. Let me get a drink of water here. I won't be streaming Tears of the Kingdom when it comes out, but there's a good chance I'll do another kind of like chit-chatting video like this. And yeah, maybe I'll make a little video as well. Kind of like how I did with Giacomo. You know, when I talked about my Giacomo theory. Maybe I'll do that for Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom as well. You guys just get to have a sneak peek. Early look. The raw, unadulterated form of chaos that goes into making theories. When can we get a Zelda game with gender-bound Link and Zelda? Oh, like, you play as a, like Linkle, and you're saving Prince Zoldon? That'd be pretty neat. That'd be pretty cool. Clickbait title. Ganon the hero? That's actually pretty good. That's a good theory right there. That's a good theory title right there. No, not gonna stream Tears of the Kingdom. You know what would be funny? Maybe streaming Breath of the Wild. When Tears of the Kingdom comes out. A theory so funny, an idea so funny that the universe was like, no, and tried to stop me just then. Oh, another thing I'm working on, I'm gonna start making some bonus videos for patrons as well. So I don't know, get excited for that. I'll tweet when I make those. Those might eventually become public after like a good handful of months pass, but there's no guarantee that any patron specific videos will end up becoming public. So there you go. Yeah, just bonus videos. Yeah, just kind of stuff that, I don't know, the extra. Only way I can describe it. Ganondorf gets Triforce of Knowledge and makes him an unstoppable genius. Zelda gets courage and leads a war against Ganon. Link gets power and has to fight between his dark rage taking him over. I think I like the idea of Zelda getting power more, just because I think that would help facilitate her becoming combat Zelda. Zelda takes up the sword, kind of a thing. But that's just me. Make sure to put a ton of red circles and arrows in the thumbnail. Yeah. It's the only way. Luckily for me, I watch so many Zelda tubers that I know how to just copycat the most popular thumbnails. Co-op with Zelda and Link playing together would also be fun. Yeah, it would be. It'd be really cool. And I think we've all kind of wanted to play as Zelda for a long time now. So, I think it might happen in Tears of the Kingdom. That might be what's going on with Link's other arm. I think Zelda doesn't just go away. I think we'll actually get to kind of play with her. Maybe if not playing as her, but, you know, we could use her powers or something. I don't know. But, it'd be cool. Power corrupts Zelda and she becomes the final boss, and not Ganon for once. I mean, it's not always Ganon. Final boss has been Vati, and, I feel like there was another one. Let me look at the timeline here. What other games exist? But yeah, oh right, Termina had Majora, so it's not always Ganondorf. You fake fan. I'm joking. Twiins gonna become the next game theory. But they're all shit like, I think Giacomo's dad is Grimsley, and what if Ganondorf is actually the good guy? As much as I want it, I don't think it'll happen in Tears of the Kingdom. Yeah, well, probably not. But there's always next time. There'll always be another Zelda. You remember, not Ganon. Very memorable final boss. Link exploring the skies, Zelda exploring the underground ruins. That could be neat. That could be. Yeah, I just hope this game is spooky. And based on the music at the end of the trailer, it does sound kind of spooky. The ending song seemed to be playing in reverse. So excited for all the Zelda tubers to play that backwards for me so they can tell me what's going on there. I really want fucking give me pose. Give me dead hands. Give me Give me wall masters. I want the scary enemies. I want them so bad. And I hope that this time they kind of balance gameplay in a way so that late game doesn't feel kind of like a cakewalk. I think, you know, Breath of the Wild is at its most fun in around the middle, because early on you feel weak and shitty and you end up running a lot, and that's cool. As you get better armor and better items and better weapons and stuff, it becomes like a very smart game where you really think about combat and like how many weapons you have and what you can use and what's around you. And then as you keep progressing and you have more and more and more, then you kind of just become OP and combat stops being all that exciting. So yeah, I hope that they figured out how to make combat stay exciting even in late game for Tears of the Kingdom. Da, da, da. As long as no floor masters screw those guys. Maybe if they revamped floor masters somehow. I don't know how, but if they just like tweaked them a little bit, that could be interesting. The two from the Oracle games, though. Ganon is an unlockable boss in those games. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah. Yeah, and often Ganon is behind a sort of reoccurring boss, you know? Kind of like how, you know, it wasn't actually Zant who ended up being the final boss in Twilight Princess and stuff. But, it isn't always him. But it is usually him. Give us Wizrobes without hoods. Those are stuff in nightmares. They really are. I've seen those. And it's like, shit, stop. Gonna start getting flashbacks to Gravity Falls. That's a show that looks great and too scary for me. Redeads! Yes, that'd be fucking Superfly. If we had Redeads and Gibdos, oh, yes. Bro, I hope the game comes back. I hope the Redeads come back. Yeah. It'd be Superfly. Hello, Zero. You've missed everything. Imagine they put a new character in the game and have it get the same treatment as Devil May Cry with Virgil. That'd be silly. But yeah, that's kind of it. Twiins, when's the Shadow the Hedgehog stream? I have to get the game still. I haven't seen it at the secondhand shop. So once I get it, don't worry. The moment it's in my hands, I'll run home and I'll tweet. I'll even at you, Excalibur. But yeah, unfortunately, I still don't have it on a console that works. So just buy it on eBay. Oh yeah, eBay exists. I forgot. That's an old person website. Playable Zelda with Zelda-specific weapons would be fun. Seeing her use rapiers and cutlasses would be neat references. I think all she ever did with her rapier in Twilight was drop it. That's, yeah. But she was gonna fight. I think giving up was the right choice in that situation. Cause, she was gonna lose. So, a tactical retreat if anything. But yeah, it would be cool if Zelda got to fight with things. Tweet, this is like stealing candy from a baby, which is fine by me with no context. When you get Shadow. Yeah. Is that just like, where's that damn fourth Chaos Emerald? It was to show her wisdom. It was to show that Zant was too strong, really. Not necessarily that Zelda is smart enough to know when to quit, but rather just to be like, oh man, this is really bad. We can't win. Uh-oh. The first Warriors game has to use rapier quite extensively. It's true. Yeah. It'd be cute if, let's see. What 4 weapon types would Zelda have? So, yeah, if Link has swords, and then two-handed swords, spears, and is that it? Swords, two-handed swords, spears, and then like the boomerangs. then what would Zelda use? We'll go like rapier, and then maybe like dagger. That'd be cool. Someone said cutlass, which is a cute reference to her being a pirate. And she would need some kind of heavy weapon. Maybe like a hammer. That'd be cute. Maybe just she predominantly uses... I'll answer you in a second, Zero. Don't worry. Maybe she just predominantly uses magic. Maybe most of her weapons are just like pew pew fireballs and stuff. That'd be cute. Yeah. Also, I want Zelda to have a gun. No, not a bow and arrow. She just has a gun. What about the Beyblade as a weapon for Link? Oh, you know, that's not... Give her all the, like, the wacky weapons that Link's had over the years. She gets the ball and chain, too. Zero, so, you can watch the VOD for the full breakdown. Let me scoot over. Let me scoot over to the screen. So, in essence, the theory is that the timelines all converged, and that's why Ganondorf is a calamity. And also that dehydrated Ganondorf here is a Zonai, not a Gerudo, and also that he was actually the hero from the past. So there you go, that's the theory. What the fuck? I've always said give Link dual revolvers. If we're gonna give him any kind of gun would be pretty cool. Twiins with a surprisingly succinct summary. POV, you're Sephiroth fighting Link and Zelda pulls out a claw. This is giving me mad Charlie Day GIF energy. Yeah, I'll probably redraw that with me for a thumbnail if I make this a video. You hear Zelda yell, "Let it rip," and pulls out the Beyblade weapon. There's literally a video with almost the exact same scenario. It's called If Link Had a Gun. Oh, Zelda could get the Dominion Rod. That would be cool. Oh yeah, she did have that in Warriors. Play Breath of the Wild on Yuzu emulator with the Play as Zelda mod, maybe. I probably won't do any kind of emulator stuff, just because it scares me. It's like, how does it work? I'm dumb. I'm too dumb for emulators. But, I don't know, maybe if they add, like, a Zelda skin, that'd be hilarious. Link got a cannon on a stick. Oh, that's true, yeah. So that's cool. It seems like we are getting lots of new fun stuff in Tears of the Kingdom. I just wish it was out already. A delayed game is eventually great. A rushed game is always bad. Yada yada yada. But like, fuck. Could we hurry it up a tiny amount? Could we have not released a trailer way too early? But yeah, really excited. The direct yesterday was fine. No huge things. The most exciting thing I think for me was Fire Emblem Engage DLC and Fire Emblem Engage DLC, Bayonetta, and that cute little baseball game. But lots of good stuff. I think a lot of people are really, really excited from the direct. Pikmin is huge. Metroid is huge. Professor Layton is huge. Honestly, I'm just excited for Tears of the Kingdom to come out, so then we can stop getting Tears of the Kingdom trailers. Biggest problem with Breath of the Wild is that I couldn't go to Ganon and beat his ass with my fists at the start of the game. I mean, you can. You have to finish the Great Plateau. You have to finish that. But you are absolutely able to just run straight to Hyrule Castle. And just beat Ganon if you want to. You only have to do the first 4 shrines. The shrines that get you the Sheikah Slate and stuff. And so, yeah. Sounds like a skill issue, Zero. I'm joking. Oh yeah, anime detective game looks pretty fun. I do like the like, it looks cool. It's a cool version of the Danganronpa art style. I'd like to see more Sheikah weapons that aren't just big sword, medium sword, and funky bow. Yeah, cooler Sheikah weapons could be fun. Armor Wars, yeah, I'm excited for those people who care. I feel like they've gotten a new game every time there's been a direct. And that's great. That's great for them. I'm so happy. I don't care, but there was one RPG that caught my eye. I should try the free demo. Oh, yeah. There was a demo for Octopath, I'm pretty sure. Xenoblade seems to be chugging along, and, you know, that looks great for Xenoblade fans. Etrian Odyssey is super cute. I like Etrian Odyssey a lot. No, Twiins, I can't fight him with my fists. Well, yeah, you gotta have a weapon. Yeah, idiot. What, you think you're gonna... He's made out of, like, magma and steel. You can't punch steel. You silly goose muffin. Sea of Stars? Which one was Sea of Stars again? What kind of game was that? No fists, only bombs. You could use bombs. That's fist adjacent. You're able to just run to Hyrule and choke out Ken. Oh yeah, the Kirby thing. That happened. That seems great. I'm not gonna get it, but it looked nice. Cool that they're doing something different. Watch me punch steel. AKA, watch Zero break his hand. I'm excited for people who care is kind of the feeling I get from every direct. Pokemon taught me not only can you punch steel, it's super effective. Is fighting super effective against steel? Is it? I know ground is. I'll never be good at Pokemon, truly. It is? Fighting continues to become even better. Fighting is the best type. Fighting breaks rocks, ice, and steel. Well, there you go. Yeah, listen, steel, all I've ever needed to know for steel type is that it's weak to fire. It'll be fine, you just gotta pause the game and eat a bunch of snackies. I'll be right back to normal. Killed many Bisharps with Sacred Edge. Well, now I know. Twiins, what kills steel? Fairy? No. Oh yeah! Fairy and steel have a relationship, don't they? Fairy's weak to steel. I remember. It's one of the few things, because steel was not good, and they were like, let's make steel slightly good, and make it good against fairy. If memory serves correctly. Or is fairy good against steel? Fuck, I can never remember. Someone put a gun to my head and asked me if me fairy matchups, I would be a dead man. I know fairy's good against dragon. Twiins remembers one type matchup. Poison got a big buff from the fairy type. That's the other one. Yeah. Steel and poison, good against fairy. That's it. Easy to remember. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Yeah, because they were both kind of lagging behind. Poison's one that's, I'm always like, is fighting good against you? Or are there just enough Pokemon that's also part poison that's weak to fighting that I've just Pavloved myself to thinking that? Iron burns fairies in old myths and stuff. Oh, how fun. Ice type needs buffs. Yeah, ice type could. I think just making good, like, some ice combos could help a lot. Like, if we got, like, an ice-fire Pokemon, or, you know, something else. Yeah, I think ice can work. It just needs to be paired with the right typing. Fairies are lore, like IRL lore about fairies. It feels like such a crapshoot. Bug type needs buffs. Yeah, bug could use some help. Bug type used to be okay because, like, Butterfree would learn Psychic, and that was effectively the strongest thing. But once they fixed the Psychic typing and stuff, Bugs kind of fell off. And then they have the gall to make Aaron an Elite Four member. And it's like, bro, you're weak to everything. And even bugs that are like, you know, like, part something else that's good, like, they're still bug. I think Bug Dragon is the only kind of bug that can really stand up in late game anymore. What a shame. We do have an ice fire. Oh yeah, Galarian Darmanitan! That was pretty good, right? What was wrong with Psychic? In original Red and Blue, Psychic was broken. There was no special attack and special defense. It was just special, which means Psychic-type Pokemon were just, by default, stronger than everything else. And also, Psychic had no weaknesses. It was immune to Ghost, and the only thing it was weak to was Bug, and there were no Bug-type moves that did damage. Like, there was no tackle but for Bug. So that was the and then also, the move Psychic was also broken because of the special stat. It basically is just the strongest thing. Not to mention so many things were part poison, which is weak to Psychic. So yeah, Psychic was broken in the first games. A lot of things were broken in the first games. What were Game Freak smoking in there? That hopes and dreams. Pokemon, don't forget, back in the day, Pokemon was just another game. Something to make for a company that was struggling as a game company. Game Freak back in the day was just doing what they could. And so, yeah, the original games were pretty busted. Half the, like, moves don't do the things they're supposed to. Half the, like, balls didn't work properly. You're heading out. Adios. Have fun. Have fun, doing your things and stuff. Don't, you know, don't make mistakes. Eat your vegetables. But yeah, Pokemon used to be real busted. Courage to strengthen, fire to bind, music to dazzle, fire to blind, music to dazzle, iron to bind. Ooh. Fancy schmancy. And then they introduced 2 types to balance it. It's true, yeah. Man, Gen 1 didn't even have abilities. Like, that just wasn't a thing, you know? It was just use move, and spoiler, I've been playing Red version on my own, and, like, type combinations matter way more than anything else. A level 17 Pokemon doing Surf beats a level 37 Pokemon that happens to be weak to water. So, yeah. It's just weird, just whack. They had Twin Needle and Pin Needle? Oh yeah, but they sucked. They might as well not have existed. Abilities were returned. Yeah, Gen 3. It's bananas. It feels like such an integral part of the game now. His abilities. And then people sit here and say, they haven't innovated. And it's like, okay. Normals deserve to be busted? Yeah, generally. Like, they're not good against anything, but nothing is really all that great against them. Except for fighting, of course. But yeah, normals being kind of just default tanks. You know, something to use in a pinch. I don't know what's good against this thing. I'll just throw out my normal type. I think that works. It works, you know, for something that does rely on type matchups so much. Having something that is generally good enough against everything, but isn't super effective against anything, I think is important. Taurus was the best Mon in Gen 1. Like, just in terms of aesthetics, I like Mew a lot. Yeah, because they had no weaknesses and learned all the moves. And while they were weak to fighting, they were completely immune to Ghost. So, you know, it balanced out. Normal might be the only actually balanced element in the first couple of games. Toro should have an ability that makes him not have to recover from moves like Hyper Beam if it's KO'd a Pokemon, like how it functioned in Gen 1. Oh, that is that's a little busted. But it's a fascinating idea. New normal type move, Mr. Hippo conversation. 50% chance causes enemies to sleep. I like, a lot of the designs in Gen 1 are pretty good in like a quaint way. There are a lot of little silly guys back there. Eevee's good. There's a reason why it got so popular. I like, all the plants are pretty neat. Taurus is like PU or something. It would be fine in current here. Yeah, you're not wrong. Taurus could use a boost. Oddno's my favorite normal type. Weird choice, but that thing was a badass the first time I played White. Oddno's adorable. I think that's a totally normal choice. Oddno's Superfly. It's basically Chansey, but you know, less bulk and more attack a little bit, you know? I like Oddno a lot. Oddno's really cute. It's got a good mega too. But yeah, I think that might be it for today. I don't know what else I can regale you all with my very, very interesting theories. We can wrap it up early, and tomorrow the internet won't be so poopy and bad, and we'll be playing more Cult of the Lamb tomorrow. Hot take? Hot take, hot take. Yeah, let me actually think of a hot take, if I'm gonna have such a short stream. What's something I have a hot take about? Give me some topics. Give me some things you'd like to hear a hot take about. Because otherwise I just default to, like, food. I can only mention pepper, like, pineapple on pizza so many times. Have you seen the Jello Apocalypse video where they add a sound type? Love the idea. I haven't. I've heard the idea before, though. And I think it's unnecessary. Sound type kind of just sounds like normal too, you know? But that's just me. I think if they added sound type, I wouldn't be upset about it. But yeah, it feels a little unnecessary, if you ask me. Hot take on Bionicle? Excalibur, I don't know anything about Bionicle. I have no hot takes. My hot take is that they all look bad. Hot take on superpowers. Okay. Hot take. The ability to turn invisible is generally useless. Because, unless all you're doing is stealing, turning invisible does nothing for you. You know, it's always like, I turn invisible and then I sneak into this room. Most places need a key. If you're going somewhere where you need to be hidden, you would need a key as well. Turning invisible is only useful if your goal is to steal something. But not even like, oh, I'm gonna turn invisible then sneak into a bank and steal all the money. It's like, I'm gonna walk into the store and steal a bag of potatoes. But even then, it's not even all that useful, because if you can turn invisible, does the stuff you carry turn invisible too? Or, because that's a whole different thing. That's turning things invisible. If only you can turn invisible, then you have to be completely naked, and it doesn't matter what you do, if you interact with something, you will be found. It's useless. If you get to pick a power, always use the can I rob a bank methods to see if your power sucks. If it's invisibility first flight, I would go flight. Yeah, it'd be great. You'd be able to, but that would get me arrested and experimented on by the government. That's true. But you could just, like, fly really close to the ground and make it look like you're running really fast, you know? So yeah, invisible is only useful if you come with other things, like how Excalibur mentions in The Boys that translucent also becomes indestructible. There you go. That's useful. You can do something with that. Just turning it invisible, worthless. If I had any superpower, I would want the ability to pause time while I sleep. So then I could sleep for 8 hours, but then lose no time in the day. And then still be able to keep doing work and stuff. I could just take a nap whenever, and get right back into it. So yeah, and if I couldn't do that, then I'd want to be able to teleport, so then I could just go places immediately. I don't want to have to travel. I want to just be. So yeah, that's my hot take. Invisibility sucks. I'll post this on Twitter, don't worry, and it'll be fun for all the people who wasn't here to watch the theory, to see them go, what? What the fuck? Tomorrow's stream will be longer, we'll be back to Cult of the Lamb. Hopefully the internet isn't poopy and bad tomorrow. Twiins just stops by, waves hello, and teleports away. Your big brother enters your room to show you something energy. So yeah, adios. Psychokinesis, that's a good one. That is a pretty good one. But yeah, adios. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll make myself useful for the rest of the day. I promise. Alright. Goodbye. Adios. Just say goodbye. Actually stop the stream.